The Nerlin Nerds podcast is brought to you by The Goddamn Sauce. Go to thegdsauce.com for details to order all the sauces to replace your ordinary condiments. Pulpery Media presents Nerlin Nerds with your hosts, Brock and Ben. This is where we discuss the pop culture topics that interest us and those minor details that irritate us.
When did Joel die? 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think you said it then, that when she plays, just wait till when she plays Take Me Home. Or Take On Me.
Take On Me, yeah. Well, yeah, because at the end they played the Ashley Johnson song from the game.
Yep.
And the gamers on TikTok were like, dude, that's powerful. And it's like, well, you know they're going to do the Take On Me.
Right.
And
it was awesome.
Well, hold on, that's jumping way far ahead.
No, I look at Patrick Ewing.
Looks the same.
That's jumping ahead. So, they do a jump. No, they don't.
Well, hold on. So, and again, not to go step by step, but the more so than the Take On Me cover, the beginning of episode 3, when they're preparing Joel's body, and Tommy takes over washing him, I fucking lost it. That's not in the game, but that, no. And I think there's maybe
these
3
episodes,
lines.
Episode 3 and 4, they tweak a bunch of stuff again, not to go line by line or anything.
But that would I'm just saying, because I was like, okay, I didn't get sad because I knew what was going to happen with Joel, but
neither did I.
That was a fucking turn on it.
The one thing with Joel is,
so I start off episode 3 immediately bawling, right back where I was when I originally played the game. Fuck you, Craig Mazin and fucking Druckmann.
And you're absolutely right. It's all about watching the end, the making of the episode.
Yeah.
Perfect. Love it. I wasn't aware that Bella Ramsey could actually play the guitar, because she was actually playing. I mean, that's not, but it looked like she was playing, and then on the after thing.
Oh, yeah.
They said, thank God she could play the guitar. It made it more
believable, yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, because I was even, as I was watching that scene, being like, well, her right hand was, left hand looked good, the right hand though, but then at the same time, if she's a novice at it,
or she's not supposed to be really doing it, so the dialogue, either way.
But yeah, left hand looked good.
Yeah. Now we're critiquing fucking guitar strings.
Well, no, that's always been a big thing for me. I hate that in movies. I can't tell you how many movies I've seen where people are like jazz trumpeters or something, and they just wiggle one finger, and you're going
I hate the guitarists who
sorry,
who
you know exactly what we're
doing. 3 fingers.
Yeah.
No, that's not how it works. Okay, so
back to episode 3.
The interaction with the therapist, again, not in the game.
No.
Was because she was just like, yep, I'm good. Sure, let's go.
Yeah, you almost feel like that's one of those things like it's a Whoopi Goldberg TNG kind of thing, where Catherine O'Hara approached Craig Mazin is like, I love your show, I'd love a part, and they're like, all right, we'll write you a part in here.
Yes, because I think Ellie does the therapy. Actually, I don't think I know. I just finished playing. It's Tommy.
Yeah. But it's so much better, I think, having that third party.
It is.
And to have a phenomenal actress and comedian like Catherine O'Hara, who can deadpan better than anybody else can.
Yes.
And
the drunk scene proved that to a T. She should damn near win an Emmy just for that. Just for that scene. She fucking crushed that scene.
Well, in the scene with Ellie in the hospital where it's like, I'm here to check up on, and Bella Ramsey, and she is, from what I said after episode 1, she's going the way that I hoped and not the way that I feared, and she is taking on that mantle of vengeful Ellie very well.
Correct. She's also a top, so.
Well, yeah, we knew that.
Yeah, and we're gonna see, all of that.
I did appreciate, and I
Them
wanted.
going into the house.
Well, so the well,
'Cause
first
that tore me up. I wanted her to take the
God,
jacket. But you knew that scene was gonna hit hard too.
Yeah.
So, but I'm glad they did it. They needed to do that.
Oh yeah. Well, because it's her house now. Like she has to move out of the garage into there,
Right.
so she's
if
gonna
she
have
wants.
to.
Yeah.
And I, you know they're gonna come back to that too, like,
Yeah.
and something not, or maybe one of the hidden, like, dig under the bed from the video games. You find something.
Oh yeah.
I think my first playthrough is like I just want to do the story, and then I'll come back to it later and do and find all the hidden.
I'm doing
little
Story
things.
Plus,
Yeah.
looking for all the
But
hidden
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
because I can get ambushed and still be okay.
Yeah.
Like, it's just
But I love the town hall scene too.
yes.
And the wonderful turnaround of Robert Burke's character, the anti-gay dude from
Yeah. Yep.
and when
When he
everybody
walks
makes
out
it
there,
to,
he's like, yeah.
no, but in the town hall, and he's like, "This is fucking bullshit. If we did this to one of them, they'd be hunting us all down."
course.
Like that. And
He also
and-
has the interaction with when Ellie and Dina are leaving.
yeah,
He tries to stop him, but doesn't because he understands. Because
and he
like
gives
you
them
just
like
said.
a sniper rifle.
Right. He's
Yeah.
like, fucking right, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he'd be like, "Okay, yeah, you just had a drunken mistake, and now and
Fair
like,
enough. You're
guilt-
probably jealous. He was probably jealous.
Sure, why not?"
I would have been.
Dora the Explorer,
Bruh.
who is still breaking out her map.
I'm,
I love that. I love
so,
that.
all right,
like,
so we'll just go into 4.
that's fucking meta.
Seattle.
Like,
Yeah, and again, all right, just so you know, I know we talk about the game. I am playing part 2 right now, and the way it's
well,
worked
no,
out is.
I meant meta in that like.
Oh, I know.
You cast Dora the Explorer,
And
she's your
checking
mapper.
her map.
Yeah.
I've been playing.
And
it seems
literally
like the
pointing
episode-
things out.
Yeah.
Like it would be great if just once she said like it in Spanish and then in English.
Or if there was like a backpack drawn somewhere on the map. All right, I'm not going there with that anymore. But yes, I've been playing the episodes before they air.
Yeah.
It's just weird. Fuck, this episode was really good. Like, episode 3 was the deep breath, I think, that everybody needed
Yeah, because like Yeah.
now shit gets real.
episode 3 or it doesn't really exist in the game
No.
because it's like
Other than the quick, they go in.
Ellie gets a lead and then it's like gone.
But I think they've jumped in the game. Maybe that's why I said. But yes, they've been looking for leads. They get a lead, and she dips out.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, because Tommy tries to stop him, and Tommy goes first.
Right.
And then they're tracking Tommy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's the game, which was episode 3 here.
Yeah.
So that, right, that was, and I think they did that goddamn Greg Mazan.
Craig Mazin. Yeah.
Mazin. Yeah, good on them. Like, I'm sure Neil had something to do with that. We're on a first name basis now. Had something to do with it, too, to, like, fill in the gaps. But
Yeah.
well done, 3. 4, yeah, everybody got to see.
Four, they nailed the look
Yep.
of the game. Like the theater, that's like I don't know how they reconstructed that.
The subway thing,
Oh,
too.
my
Even
God.
though they ran through it super quick in the game, it's like an
Yeah.
hour.
Well, because you're having to sneak around
Right,
and
fight
yeah.
things. So yeah, that was perfect too. That's what I'm saying. The aesthetic, the vibe
Yeah.
of the game, nail it.
But let's spend 4 minutes talking about Jeffrey Wright, shall we?
Okay, Isaac in the game is a terrible person, but like he really is there only in name. Like he doesn't show up until like toward the end.
Yeah, and I mean,
in Abby's flashbacks or something.
right, and I mean, all you get really about him is what he's directing his minions
Correct.
to do.
Correct.
Whereas,
So I guess what point I was making is
also voiced by Jeffrey Wright, by the way.
Oh yeah, we've talked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is, I mean, that's one where like they got that's
When-
beautiful, pure dumb luck. Like, oh, the guy we casted as the voice of this dude is perfect to play that dude
There you
in the
go.
live action. Like,
And that his whole introduction, like that, none of that existed prior to the show.
I love that though. But there's a TikTok being like, Jeffrey Wright being crazy, but teaching me about French cookware.
Right.
I love it.
Yes, exactly. And he was like, and it's something along the lines of, and happenstance, because he never got.
Yeah, he never got to.
But then he was like,
That was
but
his
it-
goal was to buy one.
Right, that was
to
his
buy the
holy
sauce.
his holy grail, and it's right here.
He's got a full fucking set now, which is like, and like other
That it was
shows and movies have tried to do that with villains, and as I was watching, I was like, oh, that's what they wanted Will Patton to be in The Postman. You know, this like
Oh,
sort of
yeah.
like psychopath intellectual.
yeah.
But then again, that movie was not very well written. Whereas this,
At
it's
all.
like again, it was all laid out for you, and then you bring in Jeffrey Wright, who is just phenomenal in everything he does.
He is terrifying in this role.
Yeah.
Because he plays that
yeah,
so well.
calm, stoic,
Yeah.
and
He
then
burnt that fucking scars.
like melted the top layer
Yeah.
off.
And then the kid went like this, and that's when he realized
I'm not going to break them.
I'm not getting through.
And I got to go deeper and check and see if she voiced them. But so the woman that the scars follow,
Yes.
that's the woman from that opening, from the cold open. After he bombs out what do I say, like the riot truck, and then he
Oh,
shakes
yeah,
hands with that woman.
Yes.
And that woman is, and I'm not going to attempt
Oh,
to.
that's who she is.
Yeah. But she's also, I mean, she's an actress. She's been in like a million different things. My favorite role of hers is on, she's that crazy crackhead on It's Always Sunny.
yeah.
Who talks like this? Yeah. Like, oh, it's like dick skin. Like,
Yes.
she's
That's her.
one of the funniest
And she's
actresses.
the one that they worship.
Yeah. Yeah, she's going to be her. Fucking casting's amazing in this show.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, everything is
Yeah.
really well done.
But you're right, yeah. So it wasn't in the game. It wasn't Ellie and Dina in Seattle.
No, they were trying to get to Seattle.
Did they try? Yeah. When did she send Dina back though in the game?
She doesn't. They hang out in the.
And they go,
They hang out in the theater for a while.
Yeah.
Dina stays back while Ellie goes and does all this shit.
Does the aquarium and shit.
Correct.
And then
Which
Ellie
is
comes,
where we should be in the game.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what the.
Well, wait, so as they were getting ready to do it, it's like what I'm hoping is that they do it like they did in the game. Like, so remember, Ellie does the aquarium,
Right.
and then that's the point in the game when it pivots, and then you play as Abby
Up until that
up
point.
until you get to the aquarium.
Yeah.
Which is what I think they're doing with the show.
Here's another thing that I just noticed. They had never mentioned spores in the show.
Yeah.
Because that's how Dina finds out about Ellie. Except the preview looked like they were now going to introduce it.
Yeah.
And I guess I never realized that they weren't.
Because I think they're going to introduce the Shambler. Remember that? The following segment has been brought to you by the Goddamn Sauce. Go to thegdsauce.com for details to order all the sauces to replace your ordinary condiments. The Nerla Nerds podcast is a production of Pulpery Media, produced and edited by Ben Grimion, marketing by Brock Ryder, graphic design by Beck Ryder and Ben Grimion, Music by the Heisenberg Compensators.